Yes, so we are live. Hello, everyone. Welcome to day three of Evolve 2020 Business Summit. Today, I have with me Bizmadam. We're going to have fun today, like really serious fun. I'm so excited to have her. We've had a lot of, challenges through the day and, success and victories. And I'm so glad that we're able to come live online. So she has a lot to teach us today. I'm not going to take too much time, but I just want to remind you that the competition is closing on the 14th. So if you're not registered yet, try and register so that you can pitch your business idea and win a startup fund. All right. So stay connected, enjoy. If you have any question, post in the comment section and let's get started. So please, madam, you have the floor. I'm here to learn. Over to you.
Thank you. Good evening, everybody. My name is Mera, and I'm known as Bizmadam in all my social media platforms. Naomi, I really want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to be part of this platform where you empower women. It's something that every woman out there needs,
Thank you.
So today we're going to be focusing on how to start and maintain a profitable business online. There's really no hard and fast rule to it, but let me start this way. There's something that normally bothers me when I see women idling away. They're just idle. It's not that they can't do anything for themselves, they can, but they just feel somewhere in their minds, they have this mind block that they don't have all the resources they require to do something for themselves. So it gets worse when they have to depend on either a random man or a spouse to achieve every single thing they want, or maybe to, like in the house, they need to wait on their husbands before they can get one thing or the other for the house. It baffles me. I don't understand it. And then when you check on these women, they have their mobile phones, and they could actually be using, permit me to use the word, mad ass gadgets. They could actually be using very tech gadgets. And you're
Yeah.
wondering what person doing with an iPhone, and you don't know what to do with an iPhone. You don't know what to do with a good Android phone. That is baffling. So today, why we are here is for you to know and understand that there's no longer an excuse for being idle as a woman.
Yeah.
A woman, as long as you have your smartphone, you can do a lot with it. Just dream it and do it. You can do a lot with your smartphone. So if you want to say, "Oh, I can't start a business. I can't start a business. I don't have a vehicle. I don't have a car. How will I go about delivering my goods?" My sister, there are logistics firms that have brought up different innovations to get goods from buyer to seller or from seller to buyer, either way. So that is no longer an excuse. You will say you don't have a shop. Are you kidding me? Even if you opened a shop, have you thought about some of the expenses that you'll be making? There are
Yeah.
several expenses, there are levies they pay out there having owning a shop or a store. There are just several things. The staff, you have to pay your staff. So if you consider most of these expenses for a business that is just starting, I think it will be better for you to try another style. And that style is the online style, the business online style. So today I'll be encouraging you, if you've ever thought about starting a business and you've only been thinking one side, which is offline, please think about the online platform. And there are different online platforms. There is Facebook, there is Instagram, there is Twitter, there's LinkedIn. There are so many of them, and I can tell that a lot of us are active on one or two of these platforms. So start in one of the platforms. Start in one of the platforms, and you will be exposed to a large mass of people that you can show your ideas, you can offer your business to, and they will buy it without looking back. So to go further into it, I've written down some points, that I think helped me in the start. Okay, so let me start by saying that I used to have a food business, and
Okay.
I had to shut it down because at that point I didn't even know my left from my right. But guess what? It taught me a lot of lessons and helped me to establish my fabric business.
So
So this,
before you jump
yeah.
in quickly, could you talk about like what led to what? Why did you close the business, and what sort of lessons did you learn from that?
All right. So, like I said, it's part of the steps I'm going to be pointing out. But I had to stop that food business because at some point I stopped getting customers.
Mm.
At some point, I didn't even know how to help myself. I knew I opened a business page online on Instagram, but I really didn't know what to do with that business page. I
Yeah.
would just get post and get out, But later, I started understanding that, oh, there's more to it. Oh, this thing is not just about fun, coming there, liking people's posts, tracking people's progress. There's more to this. So there are key
Yeah.
relationships that you need to have online to be able
Online.
to make posts. There are things I need to learn that I don't know about the Instagram or Facebook app, And when I realized that, I had to step back, shut it down, and re-strategize. You understand? That re-strategizing was what helped me. That
Mm.
was what helped me come up with these steps that I'm about to share today. I know it's going to be helpful to a lot of ladies here. So if they would just give me all the attention. Um, First of all, if you want to start an online business, the first thing you do is to think about what you want to do. Decide on what you want to do online. So if you're going to be selling a physical product, or if you're going to be offering a service, think about it. Be sure that's what you want to do, because selling online or doing a business online is not a joke. You
Mm.
might think it's easy, I'll just go there, post, and people will like my post, orders will just come in. I don't think it's so, because I spent 4 months. This is after I had shut down my food business and I started my fabric business. I spent 4 months online, without making one sale.
Mm.
And when I say this, some people say, you're very lucky. I spent 1 year. I'm like, Jesus, 1 full year? Are you kidding me? What
Mm.
happened? Were you not noticing all the things around you online? It means there were some things that they overlooked.
Mm.
So decide what you want to do. You could ask people for ideas, but let it be that it's coming from you what you want to do, because someone can tell you, do laundry business. By the time you wash 5 or 8 shirts,
Mm.
1,000 naira a day, do you know how much you're going to be making? It's
Mm.
good business. Do it. You start out you online and you open a laundry business, something that is not really what you like. Painfully, you can't even afford paying someone to do the washing for you. You have to do the stress all by yourself,
Yeah.
and you find out there are even more expenses and more to just washing and 8 shirts for 1,000 naira. So do what you know that is from your heart, so that when it looks like it's going down, what you will do is to step back and re-strategize. You won't feel bad or feel like, oh, you are not good at anything. That's the important one. So the first one, decide what you want to do. The second one, have a business plan. And when I say business plan, I'm not talking about anything so elaborate. you know,
Mm.
just something simple, something like your drawing board, your own drawing boards, for you to know. Because what a business plan does for you is that it opens your eyes to all the possibilities and impossibilities. But really, impossibility is nothing. You can always work things around to make something possible. So, but
Yeah.
it's you are sure about your logistics, you are sure about your supply chain and procurement. It's very clear to you from the start. You're sure about your finances, the margin you're going to be making on your business. It makes things clearer, so that when you're not entering the business uninformed, or what's the correct English? Is uninformed, right? You're not entering it not informed or uninformed. So that's what a business plan does for you. I remember when I wanted to start my fabric business, I had to do a proposal. And guess who that proposal was going to? My husband. Sounds very funny.
You have
But I said it fun. Not every day you see platforms like this that offer you free tax funds or seed
yeah.
funds.
Mm-hmm.
So I needed that support from my husband, and he's the kind of person that only works with facts and figures. If you're not
Yeah.
talking facts and you're not talking figures, you're not saying anything. He doesn't understand. In fact, my wedding plan was on an Excel sheet, so it's for you to understand. Yeah, it's for you to understand the extent to which he goes with facts and figures.
Mm.
So when I did that proposal, what he did was to even make clearer to me what I expect to be gaining on that business or in that fabric business. I had to explain how I will be sourcing my fabrics. I had to explain in that proposal how much I will be making. I expect to make an estimated value. I expect to make monthly, weekly. You understand? I just broke it down like that so that it's clear to him. And when I submitted it to him, he looked at it, and I
Yeah.
usually call it my roadblock. As a business person, you move ahead, you think very fast. But
Yeah.
you sometimes need someone to stop you in the track and say, have you
Mm.
considered this? Have you
Very
considered
true.
this? Have you
Yeah.
worked on this? And then you would find out that you slow down a bit, work on it, and take off again. That's how
Yeah.
it works. So he pointed out some of the things I overlooked in my bid to start out fast, because when you have a great idea, it's always beautiful in your head until you start doing the work. So that's what I do
Yeah.
by having a business plan.
Mm.
The next thing that I did was to now source the products. But here I would say develop your product. And I'm saying develop your product in case what you want to sell is something you have to make by yourself. Like
Mm.
maybe you're making zobo, you're making kunu, drinks. Don't be surprised. There's nothing you cannot sell online. Now, me, am I lying? You can sell
No.
pepper online. You can
Yeah.
sell. There are people selling Ijebu gari online. So there's really no messy business. As long
Yeah.
as you're willing to carry your kaya on your head and sell it, you are going
Yeah.
to make it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So develop your product.
Mm.
In developing your product, what you're doing is to give people the opportunity to find fault in that product so that the final output to be something that when you put it out there, they're going to rush it,
Yeah.
will rush you. So give people that opportunity. If you're doing kunu, give people kunu for free. Samples, little samples. Like when I was in my food business, even though I depended a lot on referrals, and word of mouth, but at some point I shared 250 ml samples of my lemonades, for people to taste and give me feedback if it's all right or not. That business was nice though. It's just that you need strength for food business. At some
You
point, it went beyond selling just lemonades and drinks to actually planning meals for people that want to lose weight, because I'm a public health graduate, so I'm a health professional. So that was the extent to which that food business went to. So when you share little samples for people to taste, they will approve it or say, oh, I think you need to add more this, more that, or remove this. So that's why you need to first develop your products. When you've now developed your products, rather, the next thing to do is to find your target audience. Who do you want to sell to? Who do you really want to sell to? Do you want to sell to men? Do you want to sell to women? You can even narrow it down. Do you want to sell to women looking to lose weight? Just find your target audience, because if you just go out there in the online space randomly, you will not sell one thing,
yeah.
because you don't know who you're targeting. You don't even know who you're supposed to speak to in your posts or in your captions. You're just going to be lost. You're going to be lost in the barrage of, I think barrage is the right English, of other vendors on Instagram who have put in the work and are the first to appear on people's timelines. So you're just
Time.
going to be lost. Good. So
Yeah.
it's important to find your target audience. So for example, if you're going to be selling sneakers, you'll be thinking, oh, should I sell it? who will buy these sneakers? The
Mm-hmm.
ladies, young ladies, fashionable ladies, you know. These are some of the things that you have in mind. Then when you have decided that, oh, I think ladies, women generally will love my sneakers, fashionable women especially. Where will I find these fashionable women? Is it on Facebook? Is it on LinkedIn? And fashionable women are on LinkedIn, but they are all wearing corporate shirts and skirts. So,
Mm-hmm.
so if you want to sell sneakers on LinkedIn, I don't know, you have to make your sneakers professional as well. So you also think about it to say, um, is it on Instagram or is it on Twitter? Yes, on Twitter and on Instagram, you would find fashionable women. But most especially on Instagram, you will find fashionable women. Their pictures are there. You can see the ones they bought in the past. You can already sense their style by looking at their profiles. So
Yeah.
once you have decided that, oh, I want to sell sneakers, and Instagram is the best place to sell sneakers, the next thing will be to go ahead and open a profile, a business profile on Instagram. On that Instagram, you need to be very active because remember, that's where your target audience is. But
Mm.
please don't forget to also open a handle in the other different, other popular social media platforms. And you know why? Because when your business starts growing more than you expected, it will be good that you are on other platforms so that people that find you will look for you on that. People that are more active on those other platforms will look for you there and find you. You understand? It won't be that, oh, she's only on Instagram or she's only on Facebook. So that's the essence of um opening your handles in different platforms, but being active on the very platform that bears your target audience. So
Mm.
now when you open that platform, it now takes us to open that page or profile, business profile. It takes us to managing it properly, your profile management. Remember that our topic is how you can start and maintain a profitable business online.
Online.
So manage your profile. It starts from when you're creating the profile. When you're creating a profile, there's not much time to share screens and all that. I would have showed you an example of what I mean. When you are, bringing it out and saying, oh, this is me, this is where I am, and you're opening your page, you would notice that Facebook will say, add a cover page, add a logo, add this, add that, follow it step by step, and add all those things that are required for you to look professional in your page. So that is what you should do. Now, to manage it, for example, in Instagram, there are things you have to do daily. When you're setting up your page on Instagram, you would have to work on your profile picture. It should be your logo. You would have to work on your bio. Your bio is where you have like a summary of what your business does. That's where you sell yourself in few words, in what in few sentences. So if your bio is not up to standard, someone will just keep your page and say, these guys are not serious here. This business is not a serious business. So that's why you need to take your time to put everything required while opening a business profile for your business in any of the social media platforms. The next thing that I'll be talking about is okay, let's even go back a bit. On Instagram, if you're on Instagram, you will notice that there's your Instagram feed. Usually, when a page visitor comes to your page, they just go through your feed. If they see a beautiful picture, because Instagram is a visual platform, if they see a beautiful picture that attracts them, they immediately click on it and want to see the details of the post. So it's important that your feed looks beautiful. I'm not saying let your feed be perfect, but it's important that your feed has the vibe that you want a page visitor to feel when he or she is on your page. That being said, these are some of the major steps that I took before I started my business. Now, while I was in business online, there are some mistakes that I made that I don't want you to make. And I've pointed out those mistakes here. I've listed them out. They're like four. There's not much time, so I'm just going to talk about these four. The first one is posting and going. A lot of times I see people make those mistakes. They just come, post, 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 post. They can even post like they can make like five posts and at the same time and go away. Posting and going doesn't help you in any way if you want to do your business and make profit from it online. You need to be able to engage on other people's posts. Remember when I said there are key relationships that you need online to be able to make your business, to progress in your business online. I said it earlier. There are key relationships you need to make. So stay online, stipulate the time you want to, post, and stay online to engage. Stay online, engage on other people's posts, like their posts, comment on their posts. That way, you get people to see your posts. You get people to look up your handle. Other commenters, other likers would immediately look up your handle because that would be like the first time they're seeing you commenting. So it's important for you to stay back and engage on other people's posts. See, there are friends I've made online. I don't know them in person. I've never met with them before, but somehow we have created a good relationship online. Automatically when we post, we like each other's posts, we comment on each other's posts, and that also helps the algorithm to favor your posts online. So please, when you post online, when you post your products online in your page, don't just um do not overpackage. This one is important. I learned the hard way. When I started my food business, I went all the way out, spent money on a lot of things, branded most of my items. I had an A-class e-commerce website. It was a wonderful idea, and I was going to push it with all my blood. But I didn't know that when you want to start a business online, it's best, or even offline, it's best to start organically, start little by little, so that as you expand, as you get bigger, as you get better, you can now add extra packaging. For example, like I said, I had branded items, branded nylons, different branded items. But if you can't afford a branded item, don't be intimidated by people you see online, because definitely they will post their deliveries, and you see how branded their nylons are, how beautiful the packaging is, and all that. If you can't afford it, do what you can afford. For example, I when I started my fabric business, I already learned from the last time not to start out so big. So I couldn't, my business at that point, because that's how I started seeing it. Can your business afford this or not? It's just a business that is starting. So my business at that point couldn't afford a branded nylon. What it could afford was a paper bag. So I tried as much as possible to cut costs in every way. And I made my paper bags by myself. I was so good at making, I became so good at making the paper bags that if I had to make a delivery to my regular customers and they don't get a paper bag, they're like, Mera, what happened? Why didn't you bring our favorite paper bag? And I'm like, really? What are these guys doing with this paper bag? They might not be doing anything with it, but somehow I've made an impression with my paper bags, even though it doesn't cost me so much. So don't overpackage. Start small. While you grow, you now add extra packaging. The next thing I have here is another mistake people make is not marketing their products. Like I said, you post, you go away. Who will do your marketing for you? You are the one to do your marketing by yourself. You are the one who carry it on your head and say, this is my market, please come and buy. Some people online go to the extent of making funny skits, or even, skits just to sell their products. They post it there online, and they do different types of marketing. An example of some of the examples of the kind of marketing they do is influencer marketing. First of all, you can be your own influencer. You can make the noise by yourself and say, here I am, please buy for me. Because it means, okay, that means you have to be good in content marketing, because that's what sells online. You have to be good at product photography. You have to be very good at taking good pictures. And if you want to say you are going to the studio every day to take pictures, you're going to spend so much, you will wonder. So these are some of the things you would have to learn. Taking pictures by yourself, good product pictures by yourself, putting it out there. Um, like I said earlier, I am, I don't know if I mentioned it, but let me mention it now. I'm an online business coach, but I like to call myself a mentor, because that's what I'm there for, to be a mentor to other upcoming businesses or startups. So I help startups to strategize properly, set up their pages for visibility and sales. If you don't know how to take your product pictures, I teach product photography. So just so that you don't miss it out. Like I said, I'm at Bizmadam on all my handles, so you can follow me. You can send me a DM if you need help in some of these things. For example, product photography. So when you take good pictures, rather, you post it. After you've posted it, if you're not able to be your own influencer, you can contract the services of a brand influencer. There are people online who are brand influencers, or who are influencers that do shout outs for businesses. Look out for those people. Use their services. It's not free. You pay them. Use their services, pay for their services, and have them shout out your business. What you gain from that is visibility, because they have a large following. And if an influencer shouts out for a business, it's equivalent to the influencer endorsing the business. So the influencers followers are just going to be like, oh, for this influencer to be shouting out for this business or doing an advert for this business, it means it's a good business. So be willing to use influencer marketing. Is good. Another way to market your product, another way you get shout out, is through your coaches. And that's going to be leading me to um, investing in your business. But before I get to that point, use influencer marketing. You can even do paid adverts. All these platforms have made it possible for you to advertise on them. So you can do adverts as low as $1, like on Instagram and on Facebook. You can do an advert as low as $1. It might not get you much because the amount is quite low, but at least it gives you visibility. And truthfully, you could get sales as well from that advert. But visibility is important so that people will know that you're there and this is what you offer. So the next point is, another mistake rather that people make online is not investing in themselves or their business, because apparently you are your business. You need to learn to invest. And the way to do that is investing in yourself or your business is by getting help when you need it. So if you know you can't do this, oh, I can't set up my bio. I don't know how to organize my feed. For example, on Instagram, because I'm very active on Instagram, and you need someone's help, contact a coach. You can contact somebody like me, excuse me, and the person will teach you all you need to know. Start with the ones you can afford. There are different packages. Start with the one that is important to you and the one you can afford, and they will put you through bit by bit. Usually, I also invest in myself. Even though I'm a coach, I learn from other coaches as well. And Coaches usually have different service packages. I go for packages because with packages you can learn more than one thing. But when you are just learning it one, I don't know how you see it, but I prefer packages. Go for packages, learn some things at once, and implement it. Myself and Naomi, we are talking backstage, and we are talking about one mistake people make online. They don't implement what they learn. So you manage to even invest in yourself, pay to learn something. You learn it and you come back and you don't implement it. If you're online and you want to run a profitable business online, please be ready to implement what you learn from coaches. Implement it, try it out. If it doesn't work, re-strategize or use another coach. If one thing doesn't work for you, one thing you learned from a particular coach doesn't work, try another coach, learn. Just keep getting better at it. Those are some of the mistakes that I made that I wouldn't want you to make, so that your business can kick off well, and run smoothly while you're at it. Finally, before I go, I would like to make you understand that there are tools required to run your business online. Remember that when, as a business owner, you are everything for yourself. You are your logistics manager, you're your accountant, you are your supply, you are involved in supply chain, you're involved in almost everything that you need to do to make your business run smoothly. In fact, at the early stages of your business, you can hardly find sleep. I was saying the same thing with Naomi backstage. You can hardly find sleep. Your brain, your head is always at work. So there are tools that you need to run a smooth business online. Sorry. There are tools you need to run a smooth business online. The first one is Canva. It's a graphics tool because you are going to be your own graphic designer. You can't keep contracting the services of a graphic designer to design your flyers for you every day you want to post. So you need to learn this thing yourself. And one good thing about Canva is that Canva has already made templates that you can walk around and put out the information that you need to put out on your posts. The next thing is being able to write good captions. You need to be able to um, um, trigger the emotions of your audience. There are a lot to know about business online, so I'm just trying to summarize it. If you need help, if you need a one-on-one session, you can always contact me at Bizmadam in any of the social media platforms that I mentioned earlier. So Canva is very important. If you don't know how to use Canva, please learn how to use Canva. If you go to my page on Instagram, on my highlights, you will see that I have a free Canva tutorial video there. So just follow the highlights, the instructions from the highlight, and get to the free Canva tutorial video. Watch it, use it to upgrade yourself. Even if you don't know, you've tried, you don't know how to open a business page, I'm also available to help you. Um, the next thing, the next tool you need is video graphic tools as well. You need to be able to edit videos because you won't only do product pictures. You need to be able to edit videos, beautiful videos, videos that pass the information across properly. So doing those videos, you need some particular tools like InShot is an app. It helps you edit your videos to the taste that you want. There are just different tools that you require, but these ones that I have mentioned are the basic tools you require to run a business online, at least for a start. Um, that should be all for now. Like I said again, follow at Bizmadam on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. I'm there as at Bizmadam. On LinkedIn, I'm also there as Bizmadam. So follow this page because on my page I share business tips and strategies that can help you excel online. So follow my pages, and I have I have two books, cooking. One would be uh, a step-by-step explanation on how you can create your or start up your business online. And the second one is on product photography. So just watch out for it. If you follow me, watch out for it. If you are not patient enough, you want to start, because I know that wanting to start a business can push you at times. So if you want to start immediately and you want to start right, you want to know how to take beautiful product pictures, please send me a DM. I'm available to help. I'm available to assist. Naomi, are you there? Thank you.
Yes,
I'm
I'm
done for today.
here. Yeah, I've been here all the while. Learning from what you were saying is amazing. And there are some things that you talked about that I will need you to expatiate more on since you're the speaker for today. And you mentioned something I really love about don't over package. It applies to everyone who started a business. Really, if you truly had a business experience, you will know that what she's saying is true. There's a time where I was all out to get a designer. Please post something for me today, tomorrow. When it's not available, I cannot post. The day it does not do the fire, I cannot put. I'm stranded. And I noticed something that when I overpackage, I make it so nice, I don't get any turnover. So you have to understand, what I call. I was teaching my team the other day about customer profiling. You need to know the target customer, like you said. So there are characteristics and certain behaviors, the way that your customers will behave. When you look at that, you understand that there are certain things they will not respond to. And that's what happened with my own customer base. When I overpackaged, I noticed that there were some, I had to study my competitors as well. I checked their pages because in order for you to balance the scales out, if you're in a business or in an industry that is either saturated or not, so saturated, you have to look at your competitors. And I checked my competitors, their pages were so lovely and nice. But I noticed one thing, that in my niche market where I decided to put myself and focus on, none of my competitors were out there on social media. They had offices. I have my office in the UK, but I didn't have an office in the target market area. So I knew that it was more going to be challenging for me in terms of having to convince customers online. So I needed to look at what are my competitors doing. So I realized that from the pages, from when they posted online and everything, they had good branding, but that terms of like engagement online, they didn't have it. So I needed to use another strategy. So the question is, I started asking myself, like, what does my customer want to know? What are my customers' pain points? What do they want solved? So I use that pain point as my marketing, caption and the way to target my audience. So it's very important, like you said, like know your audience. There may be some audience, like you said, on LinkedIn. You cannot say you go on LinkedIn and you don't package very well. They want a professional outfit because they are professionals there. So if you carry even Gary, there are people that eat Gary, or maybe on their way home, they'll stop at the Keja market and buy Gary on that and be
Yeah.
pricey. But when you want to bring that Gary on LinkedIn to them, you have to package for the LinkedIn market. Then you see them forming like, but you have to, that is their profile on LinkedIn. So it's beautiful when you kind of like differentiated all of us, yeah. Then also you talked about giving out, for free test marketing to some people to market. So, but I just want you to expatiate more to the audience about adding knowledge to themselves. Can you do that for about 2 minutes? Adding knowledge to them. How do they really build themselves as an entrepreneur, as someone who owns a business? How do they build themselves?
All right. So, okay, let me start with what you said earlier about defining your customer. I once did a post and in that post I encouraged my followers to try and make a customer avatar, to try and create a customer avatar for their business. So what the customer avatar does for you simply is that it makes you see your type of customers as one person, so in details. So for example, you'll be looking out at the demographics of such a person. You will narrow it down well enough to say, oh, um, I'm marketing this my product. Let's say you are selling healthy food or even food generally. You're marketing it to, you can name the person and say, Jane. I'm marketing it rather to Jane. Jane is a working class lady. Jane has 3 children. She's married, and she doesn't have the time to cook, and I'm marketing this to her to say there's clean food, and you can get it from so 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 and so person. So what I'm saying is the customer avatar shows you your customer in details. You're sure of who your customer is, and this is where this customer avatar comes in handy. You know that I said be ready to market your product. It's either you're your own brand influencer, or you contact the services of a brand influencer. So what this does for you is when you choose to do paid adverts on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, you choose to do paid adverts. Your customer avatar helps you to target right. It helps you to know that, oh, I'm targeting people working in FMCGs, um, like let's say Unilever, PZ, all those big companies. You say, okay, I'm targeting people working there. I'm targeting working class women. I'm targeting married women. Your customer avatar makes it specific for you to know who to target. Now, going again to what you mentioned about samples, samples are important, especially when you are the one creating your product. Like I said, it clears every doubt you have about your product, and it also inspires you to improve on your product. So when you give out free samples, no matter how small, when you give out free samples, people come with their feedbacks, take it in and rework if your product needs reworking. So that's the great essence of sharing out samples. Now, investing in yourself is the same thing Naomi was saying about adding knowledge to yourself. You can't know it all. I don't know it all, even as a coach. That's why I said I learn from other coaches. So you need to be willing to understand what is, because once you concentrate on selling online, even if you have a physical shop, it will get clearer to you that, oh, this online space, this my online store is the same thing as my physical store. Just like I show up every day in my physical store, I need to show up every day on my online store, and I need to have valuable content. If I don't have good content, nobody will look at my page, nobody will buy from me. And the content helps to build trust. So if you're a coach, if you're selling your knowledge, if you're monetizing your knowledge, when you put out content, it is via your content that people will see that, oh, this one has something to say, this one has something to impact in others, and they'll be willing to accept your offers or the services that you're putting out there. So be willing to invest in yourself. These things cost money. I was telling someone the other day that I've paid over 100,000 for a course online, and they're like, "What? Who does that? Who doesn't do that?" If you want to make progress, you need to put in the work, and if where money is involved, you need to put in your money as well. So when coaches come out and tell you, "I offer this service for so 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 amount," please, when you're pricing, price with conscience, because it took them time to learn what they now know and what they are trying to teach you. Even some of them had to experience it, and terrible experiences before they learned their lessons. So this is why it's good to invest in yourself and your business by, allowing people to help you, coaches to help you where you need help. That way, you won't make unnecessary mistakes. You
Mm.
won't make unnecessary mistakes. You would immediately know that, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. This is what I'm not supposed to do online. So that's the that's the reason you should look into these things more.
Wow, that's awesome. That's so awesome. What you shared is amazing. You can't. We have to really emphasize on gaining knowledge for yourself.
Yes.
I always say sometimes I walk over, 22. hours, up to 22 hours. Sometimes I'm online till like 3 a.m. and I'm working and I need to do, like last night I was online till 3:30 a.m. My husband was like, you need to go to bed. I'm like, no. I know I need to go to bed, but this document or whatever the file I'm preparing has to be ready for tomorrow. And then when you become a sole proprietor of a business or you are starting a business and everything, like you were saying, relies on you, then you know that you have to keep your health intact. You have to make sure you
We,
automate your business.
yeah,
Automation is something you cannot play with. When I
yes,
wake up in the morning, no matter how I wake up very early, no matter how late I go to bed, by 8 o'clock I'm up. 8 o'clock to 8:30, I do my prayers. 8:30 to 9 o'clock, I'm out skipping,
mm-hmm.
doing exercises. I don't really like fitness, exercise so much, but I just found that skipping helps the entire body. And I do skipping and do some ab walks, and that's it. But I find that I'm more energized for the day because you sit down on the laptop or you sit down on your phone, you're using your eyes, you're in one place, you're not moving around, you're doing damage to your health. So health is key. The health is well. So you have to look after yourself as a business owner. Then secondly, which is the most important part we talked about, is automation. This app that she had mentioned, like the Canva app, video editing software, this and that, those are tools that can help you automate. There's even one called what's called the Plan, Plann, yeah, PLANN Plan.
Yeah,
We also
and media.
have they also have one called Afi. Afi, those are apps that helps you to plan your content online. So if you're someone who is looking at setting up a shop on Instagram and you have children, like women, we have kids. It's not easy for women with children, to be honest. So when you look at us having video calls, and we're having this meeting for you because we have bribed our kids with bananas and fruit and biscuits and juices and say, don't make noise, don't come on, mommy's having a video. You think there's one Superman holding? No, there's no Superman holding. so so these are things that can help you automate. So when you know you're a busy mom working from home or you don't really have time or you have some other core responsibilities, then you
Getting
want
your,
to you want to make
yeah,
good use of apps like this so you can deliberately stretch yourself and say, okay, I'm going to take care of my kids and make sure everything is set. Then by 12 midnight, one, everywhere is quiet. I'm planning my content, researching online. Then boom, you know that for the next 1 week, you are not going to stress yourself that much. So the next
yeah,
1 week, valuable content for your online page is set and ready, and it automatically posts for you online. You don't even
yeah,
have to. So you have to automate and be organized as a business person. You can't. I can't even begin to mention the amount of files I have. My team, my people that work with me, my team, they know every moment is boom. Can we organize this? I have a team workflow. Everything is organized down to sales. As a business person, you have to organize your income because
yeah,
man, sometimes people will say, oh, they need funding, they need support. You say, how many years have you been in business? People like to talk like what you're saying about what your husband does. I really like him. My husband does as well. That you want to invest in the business, ask for the facts and figures. The reality of it, you're saying you want to start a business where how much is going to make, how much have you been making? So you don't know tomorrow you might need an investor and then your finances are not in order. Today you see this
mm-hmm.
guy, like, oh, I've worked hard for myself. Let me just settle myself with this thing. I've worked hard. Body is not fire. Would I feel you are joking with yourself? Because when they ask you for your company statement or your bank statement for your business, what then happens? So if you're starting up a business, you are serious, open up a bank account for your business. There are some clients that will never pay money directly into your account, no matter how genuine you are. No matter how.
Yes,
So me as an online travel consultant, I know that is it. So I make sure I have a company account. And some people will see when they see me online, they'll see, so oh, are you sure it's not fraud? You have to understand your target market. There are issues with fraud. How do I convince these people? I have to make sure that everything I do has to be done properly. Done properly.
exactly.
So as a business person, you have to organize yourself, organize everything you do. Now, for example, in a day, I get up to about 15 inquiries in a day. Sometimes I make up to 30 calls in a day, just me talking to clients and talking to my team, work on this one, work on that, making calls on the while taking care of my kids, doing every other thing I have to do. I looked at it as if I move like this, I'm just going to drop dead one day. It's not possible. So I had to automate myself. So when people contact me, I know exactly what to ask from them and I know exactly what to send them. So everything I need to ask, I notice in a midst of okay, among 20 customers, are there consistent questions I ask every time? I say yes, I write them down. So instead of me
Yeah,
repeating anything, I just send you a file that has all the
yeah,
details. It saves me
exactly.
more time. You see, saves me more time. I cannot attend to 100 persons in a day. So
Mm-hmm.
it's wisdom. It's wisdom. So you would not really, there is not everything you learn on your own. There are some things that you may not even know if it might be
Mm-hmm.
applicable to business or not. And that's why having mentors, like she said, is very important. Having coaches, having people to, show you the way up. Bible said, follow those who through faith and patience have obtained the promise. The Bible
Oh,
even
yeah.
knows it's wise enough to direct you to say, follow people. So why suffer when people have had experiences? And you said something about experience as well. When I had my wedding business in Nigeria, I closed it down because I had terrible staff that they wrecked the business. They were stealing money constantly. I was spending more than 500,000 on that business. I wasn't making up to 50,000. Oh, no money. They will keep telling me no sales, no activity for the day, no activity, and I'm paying salary. I'm a very good boss. I pay salary first of the month, plus allowances, phone calls allowance, marketing allowances. I do all that. So I'm like, is it that I'm too nice or what's happening? I ended up closing the business. Like you said, you need to take a step back and reanalyze yourself and know what you really want to do. So we have that, go through that experience. It is not a sweet experience, but for you who's just starting, you have to know how to start. If you're going to have a business in Nigeria and you're going to have staff, you have to be there 24/7. You have to be there with them. You have to
Yeah.
shine with them. If you're not there, it's not going to work. Don't deceive yourself. So we really said a lot today, guys. We really said a lot. I wish we had more time to really dive into more. But if you have more questions, we're here available for you. You can follow our Instagram at Bizmadam. You have my handle as well as Dr. Namnoras on Instagram. So follow us and then make sure you implement. She said implement everything you've learned. That's one of the habits that business people, you attend this conference, WhatsApp group event, this one, there's nothing you're implementing that you come back and say your business is not working. And you have to work hard. There you cannot
Yeah.
play down on hard work. If you're not ready to burn candles, sometimes I'm up by 4 a.m. But you know that we're saying backstage, there is a joy that comes from having money.
Exactly.
When it pays you, oh
Yeah.
my God, when it pays you, nobody can control your smile. Your cheeks will even be
It's your,
hurting.
it's your bank account that will dance, and you won't call me to say, oh, my bank account is
You
dancing.
understand? You understand? So yeah, and it's so good. So and that's why it's good to track your finances. Have a
Yeah.
budget for your expenses monthly. She talked about adverts as well. There are ads that you said $1. I do ads for almost the equivalent, and I target
Yes.
my ads for 31 days. So if it's 31 days, if it's 31 days in a month, I target my ad for 31 days, and I make sure that each day is £1 or $1, and I
Yes.
target my audience. So imagine you spend $1 and Facebook or Instagram is able to show 200 people. So what matters now is in your
Even
hand,
more.
the ball in your court to make a mind-blowing, captivating caption,
Yes.
an
Yes.
irresistible caption. Because Instagram is showing what you put out to people. So if your caption is not irresistible, they will not
You're on your
convert.
you're on
You
your own.
understand? So it's not about if you put a very rubbish caption, be like spend £50, spend 500,000, it won't convert.
What you're saying is very nice because I probably forgot to say have an ad budget. So what you're saying is very important. Have a monthly ad budget because
Budget,
if you
yeah.
know how much I'm going to be spending on ads, you would not exceed it except your
Exactly.
business is doing well and you're making something useful out of it. Then you can, extend your budget a bit, increase your budget a bit. So very true,
Yeah.
very correct.
And that's the importance of having insights, ad insights. So when you have the Facebook ad, they have the dashboard for your campaigns. You see how your campaigns are performing. And a lot of people do not understand that concept. I do not understand how to read the figures or these are the impressions or
That's
the no. So you can make your own ad insight by measuring performance. So if you put
yes.
$1 and Facebook shows your ad to 50 people or 500 people, how many of those 500 persons did you get back as customers? Even if they said, oh, two persons came to your DM to say, how much is I am interested in your product, it means that your ad captured their interest. Now, your
Yes.
job now is to do a good customer service job and convert them to sales. If nothing
Very
happens at the end of the day, you need to be able to trace your step back and find out where did I go wrong. If
very
you do
correct.
advert on the other hand and then there is no conversion at all, you cannot just keep burning ads. It's not about the amount, it's about your caption and what you are showing to the people. So if you have an ad budget to say £30 or 30,000 naira in a month, you check, okay, from that 30,000, maybe you are spending 1,000 a day, and that 1,000 a day, you got 5 clients, and 5 clients are paying 50,000. That is measuring your ROI, return on investment. What's your investment in advert? What's the returns on investment? The customers you have converted. Don't just do advert everywhere, post here. Like you were saying something about influencers. You said something about influencers I really love so much as well, about patronizing influencers. You have to also know the kind of influencer that you are patronizing. Not every influencer is for you. Some influencers have a certain kind of people. Some have a
Yes.
certain kind. For example, let's use an example. Let's say, what example should let's say Oscar Square is a very big influencer in Nigeria, right?
Yes.
She's known everywhere. She has active followers. In fact, if you post one post, it's 5,000, 10,000 comments. Like whoa, whoa, whoa. But what kind of audience does she have? People who have businesses, people who are looking for visibility. Now you ask yourself, what kind of products are you selling? Are those the kind of customers you are looking for? Now, look at another example. Instablog. Instablog has a market, has a people. Everybody goes to Instablog. It's not only trolls, oh. It's not only haters that go to
Yes.
Instablog. People go there. Even celebrities go to Instablog. Like, what are they saying about me? So you have to now make sure that whatever you're putting on Instablog, is it video? You have to check, is it video that converts more on Instablog, or is it picture that converts more? Now try and check through Instablog and see, is there anybody that has done the kind of advert I'm about to do, a business that is like mine? How do people respond to that ad? Let me give you a practical example. I wanted to do an ad on that Instablog many months ago. Let's just say, in fact, up to a year ago, I did an ad and people commented. I got over 100 inquiries and all that. When I wanted to do an advert this year, I looked at it. It would be good, but then I checked what is happening globally. There's a pandemic. Flights are grounded. Is it the right time to advertise travel? No. How are people responding online? Even though there are people who still want to travel, who still call and say, I'm processing my admission, I'm doing this and all of that. But then online, the words of people, the reaction can turn somebody off. So if I post a travel ad, people now start say, wicked person, which kind of rubbish company is this one? People are down all over the world, you're thinking of flight, thinking of, if I'm not patronizing people, even if you want to patronize, you'll be afraid, like these people do not have conscience, they don't have handle my application properly. It sends. So you now have to instead of putting yourself out in the open, you now have to go direct to the customer, use the backyard, go through Instagram and Facebook to get to your ID customer. So whoever is interested will be interested. They pass your ad, nobody will know. They think on it, nobody will, only you. Only you.
As we were talking, I even remembered something. I think I missed it out when I was mentioning some of the steps I followed, and that's market research.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't do market research before starting a business online.
Mm-hmm.
So this market research works for both doing your business online and offline. You need to be able to find the people in the niche that you're going into. So if you want to sell sneakers, like I used as an example, you need to check for people in the sneakers market, know if sneakers business is a profitable business, because you don't want to go into a business that won't yield anything in return. So market research opens your eyes to everything you are supposed to know about the kind of product or service you want to offer. So I think I put it out in the steps that I mentioned. So please put that in mind as well. Don't fail to do your market research. In fact, it's like almost the second thing you do immediately after you decide what you want to do. Market research is very important. Research the market thoroughly before
But most people are always afraid when you talk about market research. They're always afraid to actually tell themselves the truth. And because they love the idea of being business owner so much, they just want to dodge that step and just say, and to work, God willing, God willing. It's not God willing. There are some markets that are saturated that if you enter, you'll be swallowed up. You'll be swallowed up. So if you want to enter, if you're so passionate about in each market that is saturated, then you know that in order for you to survive in a market, you need strategy to stay over. What are they doing and how can I improve on what they are doing? Where are they making it wrong? Because you can't do everything. Let me give an example. Airbnb. I don't know. Mara, do you know Airbnb?
Yes, I do.
When Airbnb started, there was no competitor. All of a sudden, another competitor came up to do something different from what Airbnb was doing. It's just a simple, tiny lapse that they just saw in the market and they said, let's take this window. So they copied everything they are doing and then they added more value.
Model.
Added more value is business model. Now there are some people that will go and meet For example, let me give you my business. What I do, for example, you come to someone and say you want to travel, you want to study abroad, you want to study in UK, for example, and then someone tells you, okay, we'll process your admission, we'll process your visa. Okay, for just 50,000, we'll do it. Okay, you say, okay, well, this is good though, and then you come to my company and we'll tell you our service fee is 200,000. Why is it going to be 200,000? I will say, okay, well, this is what we'll do for you. We'll help you look for a course. Before we even look for a course, do a free consultation for you to know what you want to study, help to decide whether that is the right career path for you. We'll ask you, what is your end goal? You say you want to reside in the UK. We'll not tell you that, okay, no, for you to reside in the UK, you have to study this course. Do you mind tweaking this course to this course? Let's say, I want to bring my family to say yes too. Your children can even go to school for free. We'll even pick you up at the airport. We'll do your application. We'll help you augment. We'll write, check your personal statement, make sure it's okay. We'll track your application, make sure you've gotten it. We'll do your visa application for you. We'll help you look for your accommodation, pick you up from the airport. We will bring food to you in the airport and then take it to your accommodation. Then if you finish your master's, you want to progress to a PhD, we'll give you free advice, free consultation, and free application for you. We'll help you look for your flight to book it. So there's no single credit that comes to you. And if you start studying and then you have an issue with maybe your academic or you can send us the brief and we'll tell you exactly what your lecturer is asking you to write. Please, will you pay the 200,000? Or will you rather go with one that has 50,000?
It's what it is what it you should even charge more. I think you should charge more because I can't go through all that stress without charging more.
You understand what I'm trying to say? And apart from that, we also offer work permits. I help you process work permit. We help you look for a job as well.
Are you kidding me?
Now we'll provide also a tour guide for you. Any city you are studying in the UK, we'll have a tour for you to go around the city. Look at your feet again. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So by the time we put our value first before we tell them the fee, so we always send a comprehensive document of everything that we do. By the time you see that, we don't argue, and then you pay a 50% deposit first. So not even everything. So once we get your admission for you, you pay the balance, and then we'll move on to the rest. But before I got there, I had to do the market research and ask, what are my competitors doing? How can I be better? What's the customer's pain point? What are the struggles? You need to see what international students go through when they travel abroad. Like you're in a country, you are coming to a place you have never been before. There'll be culture shock, new food, new environment, new way of speaking. Even though it's English, you don't know what to expect. But if you now have a familiar face, it gives that comfort. It makes your mind at ease. So imagine if you're a parent, Mira, I want to send your daughter abroad and I give you all these details. Would you rather not put your daughter's care into my hands?
I would.
And then you running up and down looking for where to book flight. Oh, flight fare has gone down. We are the ones doing all the headache for you.
It's safer.
It's safer, isn't it? So that's it. So we cannot play down on market research, guys. It's so important. We've said so much to do that you if you wanted to tell Mera, come and tell me all this, or somebody else, they will charge you. What we have told you is go. They will charge you. Okay, so guys, follow our Instagram handles. Follow at Bizmadam. Follow my handle at Dr. Naomi Noor on Instagram. Okay, I think you mentioned that you had some free tutorial on Canva on your Instagram profile. Yeah, so guys, please go there. Yeah, on my highlight. So, any last words for them, Mera, so that we just run this up now?
My final words to you as a business person is there's no easy way to success. Be ready to put in the work. It pays off at the end. That's it.
That's it. That's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mary. I'm so glad that you came on and we had this conversation. Thank you so much. So, guys, that's it for today from us. Don't forget to register for the competition we have. The last day of registration is on the 14th. We are giving away some cash to start up the business, and it comes together with a logo. So you're not just going to get a cash and then just go away. No, we're going to help you set up your business. Mary, I say as well, you're setting it all online. We're going to help you do all of that. There's going to be a brand logo for you. So if you have whatever name you choose, we're going to do a piece of logo design to get you ready, for the market. So ensure you register. And we'll see you tomorrow. We'll have another speaker tomorrow. Do not miss the same time at 5 p.m. All right. So bye, guys. Bye, Mara. Bye. Thank you so much. Bye. Thank you. Thank you so much. Guys, I had fun. I had so much fun. So please share this video share this video because someone else needs to benefit from it. A stay-home mom that doesn't know how to start a business, a stay-home mom that is struggling, or you have kids, you are confused, or where do I start from? Or I have business, I cannot manage my time, I'm struggling to be organized, what do I do? Please share this video so someone else that's having the same issue can benefit greatly. And if you love to be mentored, Mera is available. Okay, just send me direct message and I'll connect you to her. Me, I am unavailable for mentorship at the moment. So Mera is available. All right. So yeah, that's it, guys. So I love you guys so much. Thank you for always being a wonderful audience. Share the video, okay? Have a good evening. Bye. Bye.